And gentlemen, Bowmaster19 here. Beautiful Monday. It's a picture of my hand. It's a little bit cloudy today, but otherwise it's actually pretty nice out. I have the day off, so currently I'm actually just relaxing and having a great time here at home. I've been thinking about heading out and doing some archery, actually, so might go ahead and do that in a little bit. Maybe break out the old, Hello, Daddy Daughter Broadcasting. Nice to see you here. Did you guys have a good vacation? I did see by your live stream yesterday that you guys are apparently back home. And yes, it is currently out in the car, but I do have, oh heck, I still can't remember the stinking name of it. Dora's Birthday Extravaganza Adventure? Or whatever the name of it is. You know which one I'm talking about, because you're the one who requested it. I've got that out in the car currently, and at 7 o'clock Mountain Time, which I think... If I need to go a little bit earlier so that S&M can enjoy story time along with us, then I will gladly do so. Big Birthday Adventure, that's the one. But yes, if I actually need to go a little bit earlier for streaming so that she can enjoy story time as well, I will gladly do so. I mean, you did request the book for her after all, so I'm more than happy to do that. But I've actually been doing a little bit of shopping around today and found out that my first order for my high-pressure hand pump for my Benjamin Bulldog actually never got placed. So I've been waiting all this time for absolutely nothing. But I got the order placed today, as well as an order for some ammunition and a bipod, which I found out that Airguns Depot actually has... Oh, excuse me. They actually accept PayPal credit. So I was able to place a decently sized order for ammunition as well as a bipod, and I was able to get that so I can pay for it within the next 6 months. Let's see. Please keep it up. She'll be back with me Thursday. She's spending a little extra time with her mommy this weekend, but she didn't because she didn't see her last week. Fair enough. In that case, then, I will go ahead and do story time tonight for the regular time frame. I will, of course, read through Dora's Birthday Adventure first, specifically for you guys. Big shout out to you and Esnam. And if you want to show that to her in post, then that completely works. And if she's not going to be there, obviously, you'll have to show it to her in post. But hopefully she will enjoy the story. So... Yep, be looking forward to that tonight, as well as a little compilation, so to speak, of my various ghostly experiences that I've had over the years. That was a request from Tessa Calloway and Zomblu during their live stream a few days ago. I mentioned the fact that I've actually been kissed awake by a ghost before. Yes, your normal time is great. We're honored. I definitely will. Thank you, brother. Looking forward to it. Sounds good. It's always nice to have some regular subscribers that tune in constantly. You know, and I am grateful for every single subscriber that I have. I'm not trying to pick favorites by any means at all. I'm simply saying that I am grateful to every single one of you that has subscribed and every one of you that tunes in on a regular basis. Hello, I can't talk. Hello, Louisa Lewis. Nice to see you here today. So, and they, if I remember correctly, I think went to around Glenwood Springs. I don't know if they're necessarily staying actually in Glenwood Springs, but Mom hasn't had a vacation in a good long while, so... They're leaving for a few days, and I hope they have an absolutely wonderful vacation. And I'm currently here at home to take care of all the animals, the watering of the garden, and anything else that may come up. And I just now noticed the pause moment on the TV screen, and this guy looks like he's high as a freaking kite. I hope this won't get me any kind of a copyright infringement, but let me just show you what the picture looks like. Looks like that guy just took a hit off of a party blunt to me. I'm glad we cut your live stream. I hope that you all had a great Father's Day yesterday. Thank you very much. And yes, we actually had a wonderful Father's Day. We decided to go to the Mile High Flea Market in Colorado. It's not technically in Denver. I think it might be considered being located in Commerce City, actually, because it is very close to one of the very few drive-in theaters that still exists here in Colorado. I know because I used to have to go up 88th every night when I worked for FedEx Ground for a short while. And since I had the graveyard shift, which was basically midnight to about 7 a.m., I'd be able to actually see the drive-in theater on my way up there, and sometimes get a quick glance of whatever movie was playing. And as far as I know, it should still be in business. You know, it's really sad that drive-in theaters kind of went the wayward side. It honestly sucks, in my opinion, because drive-in theaters were always amazing when I was growing up. Except for one time, but this was my own fault. I was attempting to sit in one of those lawn chairs that actually folds out to where it has the footrest and everything. If you've seen those before, it has the backstop just like this, and then the seat, and then the legs extend out just like a recliner. But it's that way pretty much all the time. And somehow in the process of getting that thing unfolded, I accidentally caught my finger in it and wound up chopping off a portion of my skin. I apologize if that is somewhat graphic to whoever is watching, but that is what happened, and it wound up being kind of a bad night, but it was still a good night because it was still fun at the drive-in theater. Some of the movies that we have seen at the drive-in theater. Oh man, that's awful. Yeah, it wasn't pleasant. I was a kid at the time, so I screamed quite loud, to say the least. But yes, it was fun. But sadly, I honestly can't remember what movie we went to see for that. I remember one time that I went to the drive-in theater that I went with my friend Sean. I don't believe he's been featured in any of my videos yet. Come to think of it, that's what I should work on today. I actually have all the information on my laptop today. I should actually go ahead and do some editing on my computer. I can only imagine I've never been to a drive-in. Which, honestly, that is... I feel bad for you because a drive-in theater is really a unique experience. Especially since nowadays they actually have it to where you can tune in your radio to a very specific channel and get whatever's happening on the screen coming through your car radio rather than the speakers at the side. They still have the speakers at the side, but nowadays, at least at the one that's still here in Colorado, they actually have to where you can tune into a specific radio channel and get the audio from the TV, or excuse me, from the movie that way. So if you happen to have a really big speaker system of some kind, it's basically like having surround sound movie status, surround sound status, and it's actually really nice. And if you ever get the chance to, Philip, trust me, try and go there if you can. That's cool, makes it easier. Are you on your cell phone? I am actually on my tablet currently. My cell phone is right here. This is a LG Stylo 2, which technically is outdated because the Stylo 3 is what available. But since I replaced the battery on it, this thing has actually been acting a heck of a lot better than it originally was. And I'm one of those people that doesn't upgrade unless I absolutely have to. I mean, the only reason I wound up getting this one is because my other smartphone that I had at the time, the screen got broken. And sadly enough, that was actually on a delivery. I was walking along the sidewalk and I misstepped on it because if you can picture this, it was a sidewalk and a grass lawn. So, as you can imagine, there was a little bit of a drop off. And sadly enough for me, about a half inch of drop off is enough for me to actually fall. Okay, cool. Just checking if you could mod Luis or I. No worries. I agree you don't need a new phone every year. And I personally don't agree with that either. The whole prospect. Are we back? Yeah, the tab won't even actually let me select you guys. But I'll tell you what. Once I'm done with this live stream, I will actually get my laptop out of my bedroom and I will begin editing some of the videos that I've been really trying to get posted lately. And I'll go ahead and get them posted today. There may only be one or two that I get posted, but I will work on them very hard to make sure that they do get posted. Okay? And maybe you have to actually be doing it through an actual computer to put people as moderators. Because if I had the choice of it, I would put you and Louisa Lewis, and probably Aaron as well, as moderators on my live streams. But as of right now, it's just not letting me select your names for whatever reason. Holding down on it. Oh. And all it's putting is report, remove, put user in timeout, or hide user on this channel. Which sucks, because I would gladly put you guys as moderators in a heartbeat, but maybe that's something to do with you need to have over 100 subscribers. I'm honestly not sure. YouTube keeps changing so many things that it's really hard to keep track of. If you guys caught LA Beast's live stream yesterday, even though it wound up crashing partway through, he did get to my super chat, which is where I suggested, thanks for the nomination for me to be modded, Philip. You should be modded. I hear you. It's okay. All good. All in good time. S&M is antsy to crush trolls. I bet she is, because she is an absolute boss. I'm not gonna lie. I get a smile on my face every single time I watch your guys' videos. So that definitely helps a little bit with the minor amount of depression that I have every now and then. I mean, it seems to set in. As stupid as this sounds, if you guys have ever watched The Big Bang Theory, Sheldon has actually mentioned that there actually is a time a month where men experience something similar to menopause that women experience. Woo-wee! Thank you, Broham. That means the world. She is cute and tough little cookie. Yes, she is. And my wife Leslie actually enjoys watching your guys' videos every now and then. She got a really big kick out of that video. Was actually cracking up through most of that video, so she does enjoy watching it, and so does my daughter Samantha, actually. If there was any way possible that we could somehow set up a playdate for Esanom and Samantha, that would be amazing. I know it's probably not going to happen anytime soon, simply because traveling from Colorado to Montreal is a bit of an expenditure. That's probably not the right word, but you mean what I get. Please tell Leslie we said hello. Amazing. Absolutely, I will tell them you said hello. And if you managed to catch my live stream yesterday, we actually had a brief moment where Samantha and William both were in my live stream saying hi to everyone. If we're ever in Colorado, it would work. Sounds good. Once I can manage to actually get in touch with my friends that also live here in Colorado with me, we're planning on going to the Colorado Renaissance Festival this year. And if I can get everyone scheduled properly, even if I don't get them scheduled properly, we're probably still going to try and make it. Me and my family are going to attempt to go, I believe, the weekend of the 26th, because I believe that is when Tessa and Zomblue are going to be going to the Renaissance Festival as well. And if I'm remembering correctly, my brain is a little scattered every now and then. I believe that is also when they are planning on renewing their wedding vows. So, in essence, I'm kind of invited almost to a wedding at the Colorado Renaissance Festival. And if that is the case, then I gladly accept, and I will try my best to try and get there to, have a good day with them as well. It'll be nice to actually get to meet some of my subscribers in person. And if possible, we might go ahead and try and do a collaboration while we're up there. I don't know if the phone will necessarily work as well, but I still have that really nice camera that I borrowed from my buddy Monkey that I'm considering trying to purchase from him that I shoot a lot of my videos with. So I might be able to bring that with me, but either way, once we do go to the Renaissance Festival, if I do plan on recording, which I probably will, you'll get to see me in all my garbed up glory, so to speak. And hopefully, I'll be bringing my bow up along with me. So, we'll see. To this day, I still wish that I wouldn't have traded up the bow that I had for the one that I have now. Because the one that I had shot so beautifully. With the arrows that I had, it was like a perfect match. It was always right on target, there was a minimal hand shock, and it wasn't that difficult to draw back. It was around a 63 or 65 pound bow, so that's still in the slightly heavier class compared to what most people shoot nowadays, but for me, it was perfect. But I know there's no way I can possibly exchange that one for the one I used to have because he made an exception just trading up for me the first time. So if I wanted to try and get that bow back or a bow similar to that, I would have to purchase an entirely new one. But that's a story for another time. So stay tuned later today at around 7 o'clock Mountain Time. I believe that will be around 9 o'clock your time, Philip, because it seems like you're almost exactly 2 hours ahead of my time. At least that's what I've gathered from the times that you do a live stream and say what time it is. It's almost exactly 2 hours faster than my time, so excuse me. Stay tuned around that time. Yes, New York time. Oh, okay, so Montreal is on the same time as New York. Interesting. Very cool to know. You learn something new every day. And hopefully soon I will have all the equipment ready to set my Benjamin Bulldog up so I can actually do a demonstration video for you guys. And today I was getting discounts like nobody's business. It was pretty cool, actually. They had a special going on Airguns Depot to where if you purchase 4 containers of ammunition, you get the third one for free. Yes, same as New York, absolutely. L-Dub is 1 hour ahead of us. Okay, so L-Dub would technically, let's see, if I'm at 7, that would make her at 10 o'clock p.m. Am I correct on that? But they had a special on Airguns Depot to where if you buy 4 cartridges of ammo, the 4th one is free. So I managed to get around 325 rounds of ammunition further east, yeah. A new magazine for my Bulldog as well, so now I have 2 magazines, and a bipod for less than $100, including shipping and handling. And since they take PayPal credit, I can pay that off over the next 6 years. Nice. Ammo can be expensive. Yes, it can be, but interestingly enough, for air guns, it's actually a little bit cheaper, depending on what kind of air gun you have, of course, compared to centerfire rounds. And the really interesting part is the fact that the bullets that I have for the Benjamin Bulldog are right around the same size as my 30-06. You know what? Give me just a second. I'm actually going to go grab that ammo real quick and show you guys. Hello, Miss Bell. I'm back, and my compound wanted to say hello as well, actually. I went to move some stuff to get the key, and this fell off of the gun cabinet. So this is the green Browning compound that I have mentioned in the past for some of my other videos. And as you can see here, this is the one that still has the washer. And this is the one where the washer actually broke off. Let's see, makes sense, less parts and no powder. Yep, that's very true. So this one can be shot from about 45 pounds to 70 pounds, I believe. And it's actually a lot of fun to shoot, but the way that they have designed compound bows, even old round cams like this, it's almost required that you have some kind of sighting system on them, which this one did come with a sighting system. But for comparison's sake, which is what we started this to begin with, this is the .357 caliber bullet pellet, so to speak, that comes with the Benjamin Bulldog. This is the 145 grain by Nosler with the plastic ballistic tip that they recommend for big game hunting. As you can see, the back end here has a lead skirt, which allows it to expand and grip the rifling better once the air has been released. This is actually based very similarly to the mini round, which was used during the Civil War. Now here, we have a 150 grain bullet, which is by Remington, the Express Corelock. And as you can see, this is a full 30-06 round. And the bullet from the .357 Benjamin Bulldog, there we go, is actually right around the same size. The bullet extends a little bit into the cartridge here for the 30-06, and the .357 obviously is just a little bit larger, since the 30-06 is technically a .308 caliber, also known as a 7.62, which is an extremely common round nowadays. Oh dear, what did I do with the lid? The lid fell. This isn't good. But yes, typically, when it comes to purchasing .30-06 ammunition, or just about any fairly common ammunition for big game hunting, you're going to pay right around $20 per box of ammo, and they're all typically going to be around 20 rounds. Now this next one is 165 grain, and just for a comparison's sake, as you can see, they're fairly similar, but the 150 grain is smaller than the 165 grain. So, depending on what kind of, let's see, way to go, Bowmaster, smooth move, buddy. Could happen to the best of us. Yes, somehow I seem to have lost the lid on the little ammo container that came with the Benjamin Bulldog. So that's great for me. Okay, move this all aside. Oh, goodness. Okay, it didn't fall out of my lap. Where in the heck did it go? I thought I put it back on there. Well, shoot. Looks like I'm going to have bullets free-falling in my damn box now. Darn it. Whatever. I'll probably wind up finding it after the live stream. Wait, what? I feel smart. The lid has been on the container the whole time. This is just one of those days. Oh, goodness me. What can you do, right? Hey, I did label this as utter complete nonsense, didn't I? A flooba-hooba-hoo! You get what I mean. So, this has been going on for about a half hour, which I honestly didn't mean for it to go this long, but whatever. Hey, as long as you guys are having fun watching me be a complete and utter doofus like I am, then I really don't care. But speaking in regards to hunting, I did manage to draw an elk tag this year, so that laugh, thespian prowess. I love freaking people out with my deep-voiced demon laugh that I do. I don't know how well it sounds on film, actually, when it's actually recorded, but most of the time when I do it, people are just like, dude, that's creepy. How the heck do you do that? It's like, I just do it. You know, that's one thing that I've been fairly good at, is just doing random different things with my voice. My daughter will constantly ask me how I do certain things with my voice. Because this is just how I sound normally, but I can go fairly deep, I can go somewhat high pitched, I can put different accents on it, you know, it's just I've just been able to do it for a long time. It's different voices and accents and such have always fascinated me, so I've always practiced doing stuff like that, even if I'm not necessarily aware that I'm doing it. So making different sound effects, you know, I just do for the fun of it. People look at me like one of the ones that really seems to freak people out, either that or they absolutely love it, is when I do the wah wah kind of sound effect. People either hate it or love it when I do that. And because of the different mistakes we have at Domino's, I get to do it a fair amount of the time. And I learned that back in band, because as you probably know by now, I was a trumpeter back in both middle school and high school. It depends on the situation, that's fairly true. Very true. But I initially started trying to do that on the trumpet, and then I found out that I can do it with my own voice as well. And I found out through trial and error that I can actually do a fair amount of animal noises with my own voice as well. For any of you that actually watch hunting videos, I'm trying to think of a name, Hunter's Specialties, for a while was producing, could do the wah 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 on piano and guitar, but it doesn't sound the same. Very true. Typically, it sounds the best when it's out of a brass instrument of some kind, whether that be a trumpet, trombone, or if you can manage it, even a tuba or baritone. That's a little more difficult to do the whole wah wah movement with your hand. There you go. But Primetime Bowl 6 and 7 are two DVDs that I have that are made by Hunter Specialties, and they're all about elk hunting. So for a couple years there, I was very big into buying and collecting the various different kind of elk calls that they have. And for a very short while, I was able to somewhat do a bugle sound, but that one thrashes my throat really bad, so I don't do that one very often, but just regular elk calls or turkey calls or even some duck calls, they're not that hard to do. It's actually apparently some kind of a mallard call. That can both sound like a cricket or it can actually sound like a type of duck call as well. For lack of a better term, I need to wet my whistle. And elk calls aren't too bad either. Is what a somewhat typical elk call sounds like, and there's another one called the bullhooker, as well as the fighting cow call, I believe. Sounds similar to that. And while I do very much enjoy using diaphragms and the Mac Daddy and different calls like that, because some of those noises I can't do on my own, some of them I'm able to duplicate without actually having the calls. You have a lot of talent. You don't even need a caller. You just do it yourself. Pretty much. And the best part is, for a short while, I got good enough with the calls that my mom couldn't tell if it was the DVD or me making the noises. And that came in handy one year for hunting as well. Didn't work as well as I'd hoped, but it did come in handy a little bit. My phone just went off. Just to get another Yahoo message. Let's see. All right, so I've been going for about 35 minutes almost. So I think for now I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up so I can grab my laptop and get some editing done. Until later today at 7 o'clock Mountain Time, 9 o'clock New York time, and 10 o'clock Eastern time, I believe. Whatever time it is you said the L-dub was at. I will be tuning back in live for story time, first with Dora's Birthday Adventure, as well as spooky story time with my ghostly experiences. Until then, as always, everyone, drive safe, stay safe, never stop learning, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Take care.